Oh, look who it is.
Well, yeah.
It's
Speaking
Thor.
of trash,
Sure.
we okay. So to be fair, I was a fan of the Thor movies. I didn't love the Dark World. I
Yeah.
appreciated what they were trying to do with it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was janky and disjointed at many different points. I thought Ragnarok was cool. I liked the call outs to World War Hulk. That was fun. It was definitely a different feel. What they did to the Thor character in that one was a questionable choice, but it was still fun. I thought it was a good movie. But now this one, the trailer, have you guys all had a chance to watch the teaser?
It looks like Guardians 4.
Right. That's what I was confused. I'm like, wait, is this Guardians or what is, I can't even tell.
That's how I felt too. I'm like, it
looks like
it does not seem like a Thor movie.
Right. And I don't know. This movie has been a really weird, it's been a really weird lead up to this movie. Cause I thought this movie was coming out a little earlier. Maybe I got my release dates mixed up. Cause I was like, when is the trailer coming? Cause I thought we were maybe a month out from its release. Maybe that was the original release date. And then the only shot we got of Natalie Portman, which is this one, was right at the end. And again, the trailer seemed so poorly edited that I couldn't really tell what was going on.
No, I actually kind of like that because I don't like when I know everything in the movie, but from the trailer, it tells you, sometimes they tell you everything in the trailer. And you're just
right.
Why even watch the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
But
when they do that, it usually means it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
So.
But I couldn't just figure out what the hell this movie, what is happening? What is going on in this movie?
The only thing I got from the trailer was this looks bad.
I think with the Thor, what it is just pretty much leading off of, okay, well, Thor is now giving up, I guess, the seat of being king of Asgard since Odin died. And it makes no sense to me because he only recently became king of Asgard. And now he's just like, I kind of want to shirk my responsibilities. So I'm going to give the reins over to not Valkyrie. And, now not Valkyrie gets the man spread in this random chair against the wall with a lollipop. Congratulations.
With a suit and tie on.
Right. Well, looking like she just stepped off the set of Men in Black. Right. Only one of them actually showed
nothing.
Only one of them showed up to the correct studio.
Nothing says. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say nothing says breaking down the patriarchy, like dressing up like the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I blame Janet Jackson. Nonetheless, my whole situation is if I'm understanding the trailer correctly, he's going out to go discover who he truly is, which makes no sense to me because he is the god of thunder. He is the king of Asgard.
Who he is by now.
That is your responsibility, is to be the leader of your people. That's it. Once you hit that part, that threshold, your story is pretty much done. That doesn't then mean you have to reset and pass the reins over to somebody else and try to do it again. No, stop it. Cut it out. Not to mention, I hate what they did with Jane Foster. They should have just left her as a love interest and just stayed there, because then she got cancer. And the more she used Mjolnir, the more she died, or the faster she died. Then all of a sudden it just disappeared.
Well, I agree with a lot of what you said, and it's I don't. The MCU forgot about Jane Foster. It's been nearly 10 years since she's been in any of the movies. They made up some stupid excuse that she was off, running around. He didn't seem interested, and I believe in the news, wasn't Natalie Portman over the role? She didn't really care for it.
This is all not. None of this shit has ever been planned. This is okay. You're right. She was done with the role for years, and now they're well, she's interested again. So instead of doing other Thor storylines that they just skipped over all the content from the comics, they're okay, now that she's interested again, we're just going to do female Thor. That's basically what they did.
Right.
I think it has something to do with the recent rise in the MCU, as it's being coined. Is what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen steps up as the most powerful Avenger in the MCU, and then you have what's her name? Brie Larson, who wants to put down 40-year-old white men that matters to anybody. And then you have what's her name? The chick that's playing Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson. She's always been a feminist this entire time. She's like, we need more women roles, this, that, and the other.
I mean,
yeah,
I
Scarlett
would be fine if Natalie Portman was like a major character. Like, if she was the only one, like, I would be like, okay, that's cool. Or like her and Black Widow, because I like Natalie Portman.
See, now my thing about Black Widow, Black Widow, and I've been saying this since the beginning of it all. Like, Black Widow has been my favorite female, my favorite superheroine, I guess you can say, in Marvel to date. Sure. And as far as male characters go Spider-Man, then Hawkeye, then 3 X-Men, and then whatever after that. But Black Widow is my favorite. They put out this movie, it was garbage, and then Scarlett Johansson did a heel turn as well. I think Natalie, because she can see it as an opportunity to get her name back out there, because wasn't she because she played Elizabeth Swann, if I remember correctly, in Pirates. Was that her? Or was that Keira Knightley? The two, I always get the two confused.
I get them mixed up too. Everybody does.
Ever since Star Wars.
Her resume is insanely good. Like, it's not like she's like aching for like good movies. And this just seems like, again, it just seems like a paycheck. And the only logical, if it wasn't for the hand-me-down Shattered Mjolnir, I would say this has something to do with the multiverse. But obviously, this is the original hammer, as we can see from the picture that was broken by Hela. But like, it makes zero sense. Like, what has she done to earn that, right? I think I'm right about this, but I'm not sure. But I think the character of female Thor is actually pretty popular compared to other modern female superheroes in like the last 10-20 years of like the Marvel comics. I actually have a female Thor Kotobukiya figure. It's like $155 figure.
I do like Kotobukiya.
I got it like 6 years ago, and like I enjoyed her first comic. Like, I thought it was fine, but like, you know what I mean? Kotobukiya makes really good figures, man.
I do not disagree. I love, like, I've been saying this for the longest. Like, I want to get some Kotobukiya figures myself, but like, first off, I don't have the money. Second, I don't have the space.
I got Storm, I got Spider-Gwen, I have Kitty Pryde, Wasp, and female Thor.
I was just gonna get Tekken characters. I like what they do. Like, ever since I think it was Tekken Tag Tournament 2 or it was Tekken 7, one of the two. When they started putting the art in the game, and I was just like, yo, that looks really good. And I saw the figure and I was like, oh, I gotta get these. But Kotobukiya, like, I do follow a lot of figures as well. So like Hot Toys and Sideshow and whatnot. But I love Kotobukiya stuff.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure female Thor is like one of the more popular female characters in the Marvel comics. So like, I feel like that's probably why they brought her in. It's not like,
I just think it's the rise of the MCU.
Captain Marvel.
Well, I was gonna say Kamala Khan. I think Kamala Khan is like not as.
Oh, that's them trying to make her into the new Spider-Man, because Miles Morales is. They're trying either Miles or Kamala, whichever one sticks the best. Yeah,
and like Chris Hemsworth's done, right? So like he can't do 20 years of Thor. Like, no one expects him,
right?
I don't necessarily mind personally if they give up the mantle of Thor. Like, I might get roasted for that, but I just don't care. But it depends on how they do it. Like, it really depends. Like, if they force some kind of, female agenda, feminist agenda in the film, which I know they're going to do because they have Valkyrie in a suit. But it just depends to me on how they do it. Like, they did Black Widow really, really, really well.
Right.
Thank you for watching this clip from our show, The Midweek Hump. It premieres every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll see you then.